YouTube, what it do? It's your boy DB2, man. I've been slacking. I'm sorry. Uh, I've been working. Last week, I just put in some. I've been grinding, man. Today I come with a story time, and we streamed a couple days ago, probably like last week. I'm going to get more into streaming. Probably stream on the weekends. If you come across this channel, you new, comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Um, Today's story time is going to be on the time I got humbled by a Division One coach. So pretty much, I would say, going into my sophomore year to my summer of my junior year, like before junior year. My dad called me and was like, "Hey man, it's a live period, so coaches are going to call you and start recruiting you." So I'm alright, bet. Once the coaches started calling, like, it was kind of overbearing in a sense, because like it was a lot of them. Like, I was constantly talking on the phone, text messages and things like that. But this story always stuck with me, and this was how I got humbled. Um, Coach from University of North Florida called me. I don't remember his name, but I remember his face. I'll do the research later to find out. He called me and he was like, "Hey, such from North Florida. We're interested in recruiting you. Or are you interested in coming to North Florida?" And I was like, "Yeah," but he was like, "Listen, like, be honest with me, because we don't need to waste each other's time. And if you're not interested in us, I won't waste my time recruiting. There's other kids that we're looking at, but you're obviously number one on our board." So I'm like, "Oh shit!" But in my head, I was like, I kind of had the big head, because I'm like, man, North Florida, like, I'm trying to go to Duke, North Carolina, stuff like that. So I had Florida State and all that at the time. So I said yeah, but knowing like it wasn't really like, I was never going to entertain North Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I kept talking to the coach, and he'll call me like every week. And so one week I didn't answer, and like he left a voicemail like, "Hey man, it's Coach such and such, just keeping track with you. Hopefully, you stay interested in things like that." So I start returning phone calls and answering text messages, and I just remember one day he called again, and I didn't answer. I'm looking at the phone ring, and he left a voicemail, and the voicemail was along the lines of like, "Hey, like, listen, Darius, I'm a head coach. If you was not interested in us from the beginning, you should have said so. It would have never been no hard feelings, things of that nature." He was like, "I'm not in the process of chasing kids around. I want those that want to be at North Florida, and things like that." And he was like, "Listen, man, in this game, you want to keep good relationships with coaches, because you'll never know who you'll need down the line." And he ended the message with like, "Hey, no hard feelings, but good luck on your recruiting, and hopefully we'll meet again." And when he said that, like, my heart dropped, bro. Like, I got humbled. So I called my dad and told him, and my dad got on me bad. Like, that's not how you do things. You have to, be a man of your word and such, right? And from that day forward, like, I never did that again. But let's fast forward to my JUCO year, right? So I go to a JUCO All-American camp, and this is where I received my Utah State offer. I played pretty well. Like, I almost made the All-Star game, but due to politics, I didn't. But what's crazy, I remember Coach Duryea, when he was there, I remember his face, because he was always, like, whatever basket I was sitting at, and then I looked straight ahead, like, in the coach's bench, I always saw Duryea. But you won't guess who I saw next to Coach Duryea, the coach from North Florida that I kind of big time, that humbled me. And I was trying to avoid him, because it was like, damn, like, bro, I didn't do that the right way, so I'm trying to avoid him. No hard feelings, nothing. Just, it was awkward, right, bro? He came up to me and was like, "Hey man, that's water under a bridge. Like, we always wanted you at North Florida. We see your situation. We don't have no hard feelings. We always wanted you as a player. I'm still recruiting you. So at the time, he was like, are you interested in North Florida? At this time, I was, because all my offers I had was gone at the time, because I wasn't eligible at the time. I wasn't a qualifier. But North Florida and Utah State went out their way while I was a non-qualified and offered scholarships. I eventually ended up going to Utah State, but I handled the situation differently. I called them and told them, hey, appreciate you guys recruiting me, but I'll be going to Utah State. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say this. Just be truthful, and don't big time nobody, because you'll never know when you'll meet them or need them again. They might be at a higher position and things of that nature. I want to share this story with you guys because some of you kids may be going through it. Just be honest. If you're not interested, just tell the coach. Just be honest. You never know. Because a lot of these coaches that recruited me still follow me to this day on social media and things of that nature. So I always wanted to share that story with you guys. And, bro, if you get recruited, now's not the time to even play around with it. NIL and the transfer portal is crazy. So if you're getting offered at a freshman, sophomore year, jump on those, because they're not waiting around. You know what I'm saying? Coaches are going to the portal and filling in pieces. They don't have time to wait. They're not trying to wait. Trying to win now. But other than that, man, it's your boy DP2. We out. Y'all stay blessed.